everybody, how are you doing? This is Maggie at Warrior Goddess Tarot. I would like to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. Whew, this is gonna be an unusual weekend. For real, y'all. Whew. Yeah, it's about compassion. What's going on with yourself? Things are coming up. And they're going to be like this for the next month, you guys. I'm so sorry. The universe is working really hard, but we're all working together to heal. And, yeah, it's about compassion for real. It's about understanding the compassion where your healthy boundaries are. If something happens, like, it's about compassion and your truth. Not your truth of what other people think is your truth. But your divine truth, your sovereignty, your peace. And every time you master, like every time of this year with my divine master, I get very bad anxiety because I know that he is going to spend time with his family with, their grandson's birthday. And there's going to be lots of pictures and celebrations. And then when my birthday comes along, I get nothing. So yes, of course, it happened again this weekend. But today, I seen a picture of him and his divine, and he's got his hands in front of him, and they're just, it's like there's no love there, but it's like showing, and he knows I know about it, but I'm like, you know what, there's nothing I can do about it, and it didn't bother me. It makes me sad. But it makes me happy that the grandbaby, I just changed the perspective, that the grandbaby has some loving grandparents, Either way that, I can't be mad like I used to get real angry, but I didn't this time. I felt the sadness come over me last night, and so I went into my harmony meditation that I do, and he showed up. That was the first time in over a year he showed up for me last night. But he was scared. But when I do my visualization on my meditation, y'all, he was there and my heart was just beating of love. It was so beautiful and I could actually visualize his whole being. It was so weird. It was just weird. Because I haven't been able to visualize him completely in months, and I've been doing this meditation for about 3 months now, and I haven't been able to visualize him completely, and he was there completely. So, and then last night as I was going to sleep, he showed up again, and I was like, I asked Archangel Michael to wrap his wings around him and hold him and let him know I love him and not to be afraid. And he was looking around like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I love you. Don't be afraid. And I just felt like he was just scared. But I was just like, don't be scared. You're in the right place. So I asked Archangel Michael and Gabriel to help him and to protect him. And then I seen the pictures this morning on Facebook. So I'm okay. I'm a little sad, but I'm happy. We all go through a step in our way of seeing things. And I don't get mad. I was going to text him, but I'm like, what's the point? He knows it hurts me. What's the point of hurting him back? But I wasn't going to be mean or ugly. I was going to say, I'm glad your grandson had a nice birthday. But then he'll know I know. So, but I can send him a message the other way. But it's about compassion of understanding. And I realized when it's my turn, I hope he sends me a happy birthday. Because in all the years I've known him, he's never done it. So, and, that's just it. I'm okay, y'all. It's just, it's a realization that how far I've come, and that's what I'm holding on to, is how far I've come in my growth, in my spiritual growth. And when something hits you like that, it's like, golly, I understand that we are not together. Even though he's together with her, and he still has to figure it out. And once I learn and understand compassion and understanding, he still has a life. You know, he still has things he needs to do, and things that, you know, birthdays, and to have a grandson and stuff like that. He has to do those things, you know, and that's just the way it is right now until the universe, they're stepping in, and that's just the way it is right now. And it's sad, but I'm okay, you know. But I believe it's about compassion, and once you have a compassion and understanding, and you know your truth, that, you know, all that is an illusion. And it didn't upset me as much as it usually does. Because usually I'm like texting them. I'm just not doing that. I'm not feeding it. I just deal with it and, you know, say, okay, thank you, Lord, for teaching me compassion and understanding, you know, and that another child is loved. And that's how I'm looking at it. So we're going to go and see what's going on today with the masculine and the feminine. Whew. Yeah, it's tough. But what's really neat is how you respond to a situation with the compassion. And it just shows how much you've evolved, how much you've grown, how much, you know, when you see something and it makes you sad because you're not a part of it, but you also realize that he's not a part of me in this 3D world at this time. And I'm okay with that. I know we'll be together in divine timing. And as I learn lessons, then I feel like I've overcome a milestone in who I used to be to who I am now. So I have compassion. And my truth is, he has to, you know, that's his truth right now. Okay? It was just something I went through, so. Let's say. Dear universe, guides, and spirits, and divine, may the grace of understanding and awareness open up my mind and heart to receive soul insights and enlightened knowledge. I ask that only the highest of intentions and energy be present in this experience. Please help me release my ego fear so that I can clearly see, feel, hear, and understand the lessons my soul needs to be shown at this time. Thank you, universe, for being here as we open the circle for all the divine archangels, ascended masters. Today we're just going to do a brief reading because the energies is about compassion and your truth and your divine truth and where you are on your journey. And emotions are going to come through. They're not asking you to clear them. They're asking you to nurture them so it doesn't come back. I hope that, because I would normally have real bad anxiety, but I've nurtured it, and I'm like, you know, it's okay to be anxiety. It's okay to feel these things. I love you, and now you can go. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference in as you grow in your spiritual being. Some things on the 3D world aren't going to be able to affect you. So my anxiety tried to come up, so I went last night because I know that February is really hard on me. But this time, I have y'all, and I have a beautiful tribe I can lean on. But it's not the same as it used to be. That's what's weird. So let's get on with the reading because it's going to probably take all day for this to download. So we'll see. Divine Masculine. What is the Divine Masculine's energy right now? Divine Masculine. Okay. Osiris, God of transformation. Let's see what divine feminine goddess we got going on over here. Divine Feminine universe. Divine Feminine. Lilith. Yep, she's back in business. And that's beautiful because Lilith is the goddess of power. She is the first divine feminine. Eve was just part of his rib, like a soulmate. But Lilith is was Adam's true divine feminine. Very beautiful. Okay, what aspect what's the dark aspect at this time? Fear. Kiss my eyes. That's for the divine man. Let's see what kind of, for the divine feminine. Shadow side. Miscommunication. Oh my God, y'all. They got both sixes. Okay. Let's see what sunshine we can do on both sides at this time. Okay. Put that right there. Put that right there. Let's see, some sunshine. The lighter side of all of this. Miscommunication and fear. Openness. Sunshine. For the divine feminine. Energy. Alright. So we got the goddess of transformation. As we all know that the divine masculine is going through some major transformations right now. And we have to trust in the universe at this time that that's Osiris, goddess of Osiris, god of Osiris. Osiris. Oh, I can't even pronounce. And there might be a lot of fear right now with the divine masculine going through this transformation. There might be a lot of stuff coming up. But, oh my God, y'all. Unbelievable. Openness. Okay? For the divine masculine, y'all, the numbers on these cards, it just, we got a 3, a 6, and a 2. That equals 11. That means it's like the divine is really stepping in right now, trying to make all this. And he might be afraid because when you change, when you change on the inside, things are coming into your heart and you're like, what in the world is going on? And fear may be a part of it, you know. But it's like on the other side, if you open up to your fear, then you'll be able to see the other side, which is love. So, and that's a transformation just on this alone. And I think that's where a lot of it's going. And I think a lot of the divine feminine are going through is that fear. Like he knows that it's like my divine masculine knows that it really hurts me when he is with his divine feminine and they post pictures. But I'm not going to engage in that. I'm just going to send love and be compassionate and not really deal with it. Just integrate that. It's just a birthday party for a child. It's their grandchild. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking it in a different perspective and saying, "Oh, you're just with her and da da da." No, I'm not like that no more. I've grown into my power. You know, it's the perspective and how you look at it. Miscommunication, big thing. You know, as above, so below. I don't want to miscommunicate my feelings and let him get the wrong idea. You know, but it's all about, right now, it's all about the energy. It's not really about you. It's not me per se. It's how you perceive the energy. You know, and we got 2 7s. So it's, if you entwined in something, it could be energy that's around you. You know what I'm saying? So we got heavenly here, we got an 11 here, so it's all beautiful. Just be careful not to miscommunicate your truth, because Lilith is in full swing right now, y'all. She's very powerful. If you look at it, it's a mirror. He has to transform himself to know that you are the divine feminine. And that's where it's going right now. And it's going to be like this for about a month. Probably up until March. When it's because we got another eclipse for another new moon. So a lot of stuff is starting to transpire super, super fast. When will it all play out? I have no idea. But a lot of masculines have transformed. But they still might have a little bit of fear. The karmic may be psychotic, or the entities. But the divine has put it in play that shit's going to start hitting the fan. Now, it takes a few days for the introgrades to come through. And they are working hard, y'all. They are doing it. They're downloading stuff. They're clearing ancestrals. They're doing the karmics up above in the quantum physics of things. So if you have 17 layers, they got to bring them all the way down. But right now, we can help them by having compassion for things. Changing our energy to compassion and feeling, in love, and not miscommunicate. Because we can miscommunicate, but we don't want that. We want to communicate our truth. Our divine truth, and we are in our power. The original divine feminine power was Lilith. And we are not made of man. The true divine feminine is not made of man. She is made of energy, of the source energy, of mother of all mothers. You see what I'm saying? That's the true power. And and stuff like that. That's why they have the snake and the apple, because the snake is the original kundalini of when two souls emerge. Okay? And right now he's transforming. He's going through a phase, and sometimes we may feel that. So let's see what kind of energy we can do for transformation for the divine masculine at this time. God Osiris. Let's see what it says. Because transformation is not easy. He's coming, the God of... Oops, that's the wrong one. Oh, here it is. Times that we feel the greatest pain are brought to us in pivotal moments that can capulate us into a realm of existence even higher than we ever thought possible. First, it's important to go through the death cycle. Although your current schema of spirituality in your time frame on earth is a beautiful one, it has unfortunately created a rather large stigma around feeling deeply. What I ask of you is to help change this. In the act of rejuvenation, it is vital that all of the old be killed off first. In this moment where you feel total and utter despair, you are in fact doing a monumental burn-off of parts within you that need to die. Old traumas, hurts, past lives, templates, beliefs. Allow yourself to have complete and utter feeling of your emotion. Wrap yourself up in a blanket and retreat. The only way through the emotion is through it. Once you have felt it all, that's the time for the new to come in, but only when room has been made. This transformational power is ready to come sweeping in, just as you can see me depict here. Taking my first breath after my period of death, anything is possible once you are reborn. And that's what I'm saying about the compassion. Have compassion for yourself, for the energy. Have that power. And just when you sit back and you see how you've changed, take a deep breath and be gratitude that you're different. That you've grown. That you've evolved. And that's where the men are at right now. They're in the transformation stage. So take a breath for them at times. They're learning stuff that we've already been through. So, Don't miscommunicate stuff. Just keep doing you. He's, with fear and openness. Once he opens, then the transformation can come in. So, it's very, very rough right now for the Divine Masculine. And as Divine Feminines are feeling, not just overall, but we also have to heal collectively as well. But as we ascend and we grow to the next level, to the next dimensions, to the next being of sovereignty within ourselves. When you surrender knowing that the divine has your back. You don't surrender to this man over here because that's 3D. That's not in your timeline. So we just have to keep doing us, keep being in our goddess of power, try not to miscommunicate to others, and do our best with our energy that we have. If we need to rest, we rest. If we can go out and be joyful, then we be joyful. But we stay in the now. We don't let the past dictate who we are today. We don't let the future dictate who we are today. We live in the now and in the moment of where we are. And that's the hardest thing, is getting your mind to your heart. That's the hardest travel. And a lot of Divine Feminines have already made that transition. Now the men have to do it. So that's the longest journey, and one of the hardest journey is going from your mind, which is ego, to transfer into your heart, which is love. And that's the hardest part. And it's not an easy process. But because we've clearing out, because we have the Lilith power in us, and we have that energy of love in us today, because we've made that transition, we've grown and we've evolved spiritually with our energy, that we are able to help our masculines do the same. Okay? And right now he might be going through a stage of fear. He might be. And you know what? That's okay. And if he has a moment of happiness for the day, then so be it. Let him be happy. I want him to be happy. The whole thing is, if you get one moment of happiness, then enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because this world sucks. But, I'll have my moments when we become in union. But until then, I'm going to be happy. Just be happy. Be happy. But, the journey is amazing when you sit back and you realize how much you've grown as a person. How much it shocked me, and I sent nothing but gratitude to my guides this morning about it, that it made me a little sad, but I was grateful that it made me sad instead of very anxiety, because I would have an anxiety attack. But I'm not having that, so I've evolved. I've grown. I'm spiritually growing with the energy, and I thank them for loving me enough to trust me that I can evolve. I look at it, this is my fucking journey. Fuck that. You want to be in it? Don't be in it. But I'm not going to depreciate myself to be mad and be angry. He's over there. He's not in my now today. He's not here with me today. And I have to accept that. And when I surrender to that, knowing that God is working, then I have to trust in my environment that God's doing everything he can. And it says that he is transforming that man. And the man might be having fear, but he's learning to be open. This is an 11, you guys. These are 7s. You know what I'm saying? We have the energy. We have the power. And we just got to be careful not to miscommunicate who we are. So just be happy and live in your now moment. Kind of energy we got for the Divine Masculine. Anxiety. What was I just saying? Cards are upside down. Ooh, the man holding the coin. Oops. Magician in the mirror. As he transformed with the fear and anxiety going on with his energy, he's going to come, the divine, because it's a 7, it's the divine guidance, y'all. The man holding a coin. his path has already been set. Divine has come in. He knows, but he has to get past the anxiety and fear right now. He's at that stage. He may be past it and just maybe like, this shit sucks. I'm tired of it. But he's the magician of his own creation, where there's balance. It seems like he is, if we mirror and we balance who we are, then he can balance who he is. And I think that right now with the transformation, he's learning openness, and that fear and anxiety have no room in his life. Because the man holding the coin is very sexy. See y'all? But this is the divine holding the coin because it's a 7. Divine holding the coin. This is the 8. This is equality for the mirror. You are your own magician. You are the one that cultivate everything. And so he's learning that he's getting into the balance of his divine feminine and masculine energy, because we as Lilith have helped him create. So once the divine masculines start to rise and they start to transform, we're in 5D, then we can meet, okay? But we still have to have compassion, speak our truth, and do all that right now, because these energies are crazy. They're going to bring up stuff you don't know that you're having. Stay fully grounded, y'all. Remember? Stay grounded, and it won't be as hard to transform. Right now, he's looking in the mirror, and he's his own magician, and he's spiritually divine, and he's guided, and it's like he's waking up to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of them. This is just a collective energy. But, you know, don't miscommunicate anything, and just and see how far you've grown in your own power. Oh, wow, y'all. I think what's going on, if you look at this mirrors exactly what is going on, y'all. This is a 9, broken heart. Mirrors the anxiety. I'm thinking he knows he broke your heart and he's having anxiety because they're both 9, as above. That's as above. In the spirit world, he knows he broke your heart. And it's causing him anxiety because he doesn't know what to do now. You see what I'm saying? These are 2 9s, as above, so below. So up in his higher heart, he knows he hurt you. He knows this. And now I think he's getting anxiety during this transformation on how to heal that. But we've healed our broken heart. It's not as bad for us as it is for him right now. The anxiety and fear. Like I said earlier, I don't have anxiety like I used to. It came in and I just nurtured it. But look right here. You got a 4, 5, 6 and a 7 as below. So these are mirroring each other. Divine feminine and divine masculine are mirroring each other. So, you know, in the world, we know that it's a divine union. You know what I'm saying? And that it's there, and the abundance is there. It's all there. But he has to get out of his head. And I think he's mirroring. We're in our power. We've already dealt with the broken heart. We're okay with where life is now because we have surrendered, and he has to deal with this. He's dealing with all of this. But as soon as he becomes open, then look right here. This is another mirror, y'all. We got the magician, which is an 8, 9, 10, 11. Then the end result of all this is an 11, which is what he's working on right now. And you have the world, because he's the magician of his world. Once he balances out, we already know the world. We already found that balance within. We already know. It's not like we're waiting, but we're continuing to grow. We're in our creative space. We are doing what is necessary to move forward. Because if we're stuck in this realm of fear, we don't evolve. And then he doesn't evolve. So as we evolve with our energy and move our energy to a higher vibration, and we come into our goddess power, then we have to only be careful about the miscommunication on who we are today. Some people may not like how we communicate, but as long as it's our truth, we can do it in a loving way. Instead of, well, you need to do this. No, I don't. I don't have to live in anyone else's reality. I live in my reality, in my energy. And what is given to me is the world. This is what's going to be given to us. Once he starts opening up and he's trying to find his balance in himself with his masculine and feminine energy. And as long as we hold ours, then he can mirror it and clean his up. We can't do his work for him. Between the anxiety and the fear, he knows he broke our hearts. But our heart is mended because of our energy, because of our divine guidance. That's how we're healed. And we are in a new world. We are in a different place than we were when our heart was broken, because we didn't understand the journey. And now we understand the journey, we can evolve. Once we understand, we can evolve. We can go better. We can use our energy for positive things now, instead of saying in the low vibration, because we've moved out of anxiety and fear. I'm not saying it's not going to creep up, because it does. But once it creeps up, we can communicate with it, and we can understand that, yes, I'm going to keep being attacked because that's how it is, but I can not stay in it. I can acknowledge it, appreciate it, like inner child work, and say, you know what, I love you, but you don't have room, there's no room for you in my life anymore. Goodbye, fear. Goodbye, anxiety. And that's how you evolve. And it was proven to me over the weekend that happened. I've evolved, y'all. I'm growing up. That's right. I grew up from last year. I've changed so much. And the divine is giving me my power to work within to help others evolve as well. Because my perspective, my healing, and my energy is just all that, And I try not to miscommunicate a lot, but it's very beautiful reading, you guys. And it just shows that they're on the verge of moving forward. That, they have the protection. We're already guided. We have the best power in the world, and that's the Lilith. And everything is switching this weekend. It's going to be another struggle up until next weekend, around when we get the new moon eclipse. But none of all this whole month is going to be very emotional, very fear, very anxiety. But the end result is the world. Is the 11 card. Okay? We just got to keep pushing forward, keep clearing, keep doing our job, keep loving ourselves. Alright? Very beautiful. Everything is mirroring on each other. So, if he's the magician, we're the world. You see? If he has an anxiety, that means there is a broken heart somewhere. So, remember, don't hold your anxiety, because you'll be brokenhearted. And anxiety does make broken hearts, trust me. But the equality of the divine feminine of abundance. You got the woman holding a coin and a man holding a coin. They're mirroring each other, so we're getting closer. And some of y'all may already be there, where it's equality, where it's balanced out, and your divine masculines may be calling you. But keep doing your thing. Keep following your vision. Keep going forward, and he will catch up. Don't stop wanting him to take care of you. Don't just be open. Use your energy wisely. Don't give in to your energy because he calls you. It's real easy to go back into that. And don't go into fear and anxiety. You have the world. You are the world. You know what I'm saying? You are the world, so be the world. You know what I mean? And we all fall back into these patterns. But when you know that it is a pattern and it doesn't belong, it's so easy to transmute it out and let it go. And, okay, anxiety, I'm not going to allow you to freeze my life up anymore. Thank you so much for being here. You need to go. And when you do that, you've evolved. You've changed to another dimension. You've grew. You're growing up spiritually, basically. So, this is a very beautiful reading. The energies are there. We communicate and just, try not to just stand in your power. You are the divine feminine. Just stand in your goddess power. You can't beat that. Let him transform. Let them do their job. Let them give you the world. He needs to find his balance of his divine feminine and divine masculine energy. And once he opens up, then all of these things like that will go away. Or will mostly dissipate. I probably didn't say that right. Okay, universe, got your back. What kind of message for the universe on the divine masculine? I always trust the direction of the universe and know I am being guided. Once he opens up, you guys, he can become the magician and he's the man holding the coin. It's gonna evolve. Everything's going super fast, y'all. We may not see it because downloads, it takes time to get through all the planes. It takes time to come down the ladder. It's a lot of work. And what I'm hearing is that the 4D is being blocked and they're working really hard to get the messages through and they're having to go through a lot of stuff. So it does take time, and we're patient. I mean, seriously. Okay? Alright, what about the divine masculine? The divine feminine. My bad, you guys. Divine feminine universe. What message is it that you could give her today? What message? Okay. Oh my God. Joy is the ultimate creator. So if you're going to live in joy, that's very good. Be joyful today. That's the ultimate creator. Because if you're joyful, then the next person you see you're an angel for them. Be of joy. Know you have evolved. Know you have grown. Know you are continuing to evolve into a higher, I would say a better being, but I don't think that's the right word. You're evolving spiritually to a higher ascendant, to a higher knowledge, you're not in the 3D. You're ascending out of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Out of love. You're in your power, joyful, you have beautiful energy, and you are the world. Why not? So, if there was one thing, I know, y'all, I know something. Okay. What is the divine masculine want to tell the divine feminine? What kind of love does the divine masculine want to send to the divine feminine at this time? Okay? Divine masculine sending to the divine feminine his 5D thoughts or whatever. 5D heart. But what message what kind of love message does the divine masculine want to send to the divine feminine for today? Okay. Present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. He's asking you just to stay present in your power, in your knowledge, in basically everything that I've already said. That'd be just like copying me. But just live, divine feminine, live in your moment. You're able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. Just love. Just like what I just said. Oh my God. Just stay present in your now. And that's all we can do. Because anything else, because if you don't, this is what happens. Fear and anxiety. You work too hard to go backwards. And we ain't doing all that. If you do not stay in your now, these are the 3 things that happen. You get brokenhearted because you're having anxiety attacks and you become fear-based. And you've worked way too hard to get into this power, to allow it to happen. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that makes perfect. Thank you, Divine Masculines, for your message. Okay, divine feminine to the divine masculine. What is it that we could tell the divine masculine right now? That we could send some love to them right now that is going on in the energy today. Okay? Divine feminine telling the divine masculine. Yeah. Whew. That'd be a tongue twister sometimes. Divine feminine wants to tell the divine masculine. Okay. This one, this one, this one. Oh, Lord. They be up there acting crazy today. They're telling me how to shuffle the cards. Oh, yeah. Whatever. It's in the middle. But which one is it then? This one? Okay. This one? Okay. This one? They don't be no. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, divine feminine, this is what you're going to tell the divine masculine. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. We want them to be enjoyed during this transformation. And so does the universe, obviously. Past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situation or energy in order to transform your heart space. We want to let them know that the past is over with. That this has been forgiven. Correct? That's what I'm getting. They want the divine masculine to know that this is no longer validated. Oh my God, that's going to make me cry. That is so beautiful. Thank you, universe. Because if he thinks that we're into this, that we're brokenhearted, then he can't transform into openness, and it's causing him anxiety and fear. But if we can tell him to be joyful and have fun today, and don't let the past is gone. We've transformed and transmuted that. We have forgiven. Unconditional love is who we are today, and we try to bring that to the world with our energy and our power of where we stand. We're the divine feminine. We have energy and we are the world. Or we try to pretend. I don't know. But we know that the situations of holding on to the past is nothing but pain. And we've moved beyond that. And we want him to know he can go too. Oh, how beautiful, y'all. That's a very beautiful ending. Okay, I'm just going to end this because it's going to take all day to download this because it is so long. Thank you so much for everybody. If you would like a reading with me, it's in the link below. I'm doing it by minutes, okay, y'all? You can email me. You can go to the PayPal account. It should all be in the description below on how to, if you want a 15-minute mini reading. I did 5 free readings, and they were all magnificent readings. I want to tell everyone, thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. See? Love. Let's do love. Okay? Love. So, I want each and every one of you to know I love you very much, and I appreciate you so much. And I thank you so much for emailing me of all the good stuff. The energy exchanges are wonderful. Thank you for all the donations. Y'all have made me feel so blessed. And I thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting. Everything makes my day, y'all. Y'all are so beautiful. Y'all got a lot of love to give, and I thank y'all for sharing it with me. So y'all have a beautiful day. I think it's, from what I understand, I think it's like football day for all of y'all. I don't watch TV, as you already know. So y'all enjoy your day. Remember, when the energy gets too bad, carry your black onyx or get it. It helps a lot. Next week, I'm going to do one for the root chakra. Because that's what I thrive for. And I just think it just helps you, as you go through this journey. If you don't know, I'm sure all of y'all know. But I don't care. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Peace, love, and light to each and every one of y'all that watch this video and take the time to like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.